You are growing at such a rapid pace that your 3D reality hasn't yet caught up to the 5D that you've stepped into. And it feels like your physical body is like, huh, what is actually happening? Like, sit down, let's chat, grab a cozy drink, coffee, tea, whatever feels good. Maybe have a journal nearby to write down some of the thoughts that come up. I'm going to walk you through a visualization that is going to expand and help shift some things for you. So I'll let you know when that's coming, but make sure that you are in a space where you're not going to be interrupted, where you are going to have the space to do this visualization that I'm going to walk you through. There is some massive quantum entanglement going on right now, and there is something so amazing that's happening in the collective right now. And I want you to come into my DMs, or if you're live with me, come into the comments and let me know if you're experiencing this too. So often we talk about embodiment. I talk about embodiment too. This is about you coming home to you. This is about remembering who you are. This is about moving, thinking, making decisions, being that version of you that you desire to be now. And what happens when we do that is that this version of you that you are now is rising to meet her. But what's happening is this number where it's like you're rising and you're collapsing time on your desires, on who it is that you know that you are meant to be, on the life that you know that you're here to live, on the vision, mission, purpose, and passion that you know that you are here to give out into the world. And there's also a flip of this. And this I'm starting to see being talked about, and there's something so wild that's happening. It's happened over the last 48 or so hours that I'm like, okay, we need to have this conversation now. And that is this. When you have claimed a version of you and things have already started shifting, you have expanded so much, but now your 3D is a vibrational mismatch for who it is that you've become. Tell me if this resonates. This can look like butting heads with loved ones. This can look like losing a job or deciding to walk away from a job. This can look like friendships, projects, passions that no longer aligned, or that were once aligned, nope. And it can feel like shit's hitting the fan or shit's falling apart. But I want to normalize this conversation because this is so normal. And I want to also validate your experience because I am also experiencing this. I've been experiencing this all year. And let me tell you, when I say, I know I don't show up online like this, but I am fucking uncomfortable behind the scenes with the things that I'm putting into place. But I want to tell you this. You have two decisions in these moments. Two decisions, okay? I just talked about this, and I'm going to get to that in a second. And tell me, you guys that are live with me right now, come into the comments and tell me that if this resonates or not. Where it feels like your 3D, you've expanded so much, but it feels like your 3D reality, it's not matching your frequency, right? So I've experienced this so much in the last week, but also this year, but definitely in the last week. Yesterday afternoon, I literally had something come up and I was full tears, sobbing tears. And my husband, who is usually at work, but he's got some leave. He's active duty military, so we call it leave, vacation time, whatever. But I came upstairs and I was like, hey babe, can I have a hug? And he's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? You were just fine. I was like, something just happened. Because I'm so uncomfortable on some of the things that we're expanding into behind the scenes. I've asked for these things, and And I'm going to tell you what I said to him that I was like, that's actually not true anymore. And I want you to start paying attention to the words that you are speaking out into the existence, because Manifestation Babe says this: words are wand, right? Words create our magic. What we speak brings out to existence. Now, I know she's not the only one that like says that form of language, right? But that specific thing, words are wand, I've heard her specifically say, so I want to give credit where credit's due. I've noticed this inside of our certification program as well. Like the girls that are inside of our certification program, you amazing healers, like I dropped a 10-minute audio on this specific subject because I was like, oh, I see what's going on here, because I'm experiencing it too. There's a quantum entanglement happening, but we're planning something behind the scenes. And one of the women that I was speaking to yesterday, literally when I opened up Instagram, she had this exact conversation. I was like, there's something going on here. You have two decisions that you can make in these moments right here. When your 3D reality, when your environment is not matching the frequency that you have already become. The first one is to retreat. Is to just be like, this is too much. I can't do this. This is a lot in the body and I'm uncomfortable. And I don't love that for you. I don't love that decision for you. Or decision 2 is you can decide, oh, I'm getting emotional thinking about something. You can decide, and I want you to claim this right here, right now. You can decide, I'm uncomfortable. My environment is not matching the frequency that I've expanded to, but I'm going to let myself continue to grow. The visual that I was getting this morning was, it's almost like God, source, universe, angels, guide, loved ones, whatever your higher power is. It's almost like taking, I don't know why a tree is coming in, but the foundation, so this makes sense. But it's just like gently shaking the tree, and all the things that are misaligned are just like falling away. Can you let that fall away? Can you trust that what's on the next side is better than you could have even imagined? Because I promise you, it is. If there's one thing, oh my God, I just got full body chills. If there's one thing that I know for sure, it's this. When we let go of what's no longer aligned, when we close doors fly open in ways that we couldn't have even imagined. It's always this or something better. It is always this or something better. Like, say it out loud. It's this or something better. And I want you to claim it. This is where, and I get it too, right? Because it's like sometimes that expansion can feel like I'm tired, right? Like it can feel like, oh my God, is it one more thing, right? Like one more thing. It can feel like, man, I just need to take a break. And what I want to say is that energy, right? It's like that full stop energy where it's like you're saying that you want this and you've already risen to that frequency, and then you're like, breaks. And what I want you to do is I want you to just keep going. Just keep swimming, just popped into my head. But like, just keep going. But not in a way that's misaligned, right? You know, that's not what we do here. We're not going to spiritually bypass. But also when you are choosing to stop because things are uncomfortable, because it's hard, because your body is like, whoo, I'm expanding. But then also I'm like, but my frequency is here, but my body's like, that's also spiritual, oh my goodness, spiritual bypassing. And what I want to suggest is for you to anchor it in and keep going. This is where, and this is why I was talking to our certification program healers yesterday in level 2. I was like, this is why I require as part of the program that you meditate in whatever capacity that is, like 10 minutes a day minimum in whatever capacity that is. And I require you to practice the frequencies on yourself of Quantum Illumination Reiki, because for a variety of reasons, but you come first. It is you first. I don't take care of anything or anyone. I'm a mom, right? So like sometimes my kids need me. I'm a prefer mom. Like sometimes the pets are like, you know, like they're our little children, but I don't take care of anything before I take care of myself first. And when I do, I feel it. I feel it. And so you get to be a priority in this. And so what I want you to think about is instead of doing this number where you're like closing off, what I want you to do is I want you to open your arms. And if you can stand right now, or even if you're just sitting, but if you can stand and just like feel in the body where that restriction is, where it's like, actually, I just want to retreat. I'm like hunched over. I want you to just expand your body, and I want you to open your arms and open your chest and chin up and just face to the sky and just take in a deep breath and just remember, I wanted this, where I'm going, what I'm bringing in, because I know that you see the universe wings. I know that you're getting the angel numbers. I know that you're getting the animal signs and all of the things, all the signs are coming in. It's wink after wink after wink. That's what I like to call it. It's like a wink from God, source, universe, whatever aligns for you. And so it's like, can we open up and just receive and trust and process and trust and process? Feel in the body. What is this actually about? What is this telling me? And then move through it. I don't want you to Reiki your way through it. I don't want you to like grab all the spiritual tools and alchemize it. I want you to like, you already know at this point, you already know where it's stemming from. Like, we don't need to like do a deep dive into all the things, but we can be like, what is this actually about? And what is this trying to tell me? And then move from there. I want you to up your self-care game. Go get the massage. Go for a walk. Acupuncture. One of my clients is also doing cupping. I live in South Central Texas, so I've been doing the pool a lot. Nature. This can be something that's like paid or free. Like it could be something as simple as going for a walk or lifting weights or doing some kind of a workout. This could be your self-care practice, taking a bath, taking a long shower, just whatever that is. I want you to up your self-care game. I don't want you to stop your movement forward. I want you and your expansion into who it is that you are already, because your 3D hasn't caught up to it yet. And here's what's going to happen. So now I'll flip my hands for video purposes, but it's like before it was, oh, I want to step into this version of me. So I'm going to step into the embodiment of my soul essence and make decisions from her, make decisions from her, move from her energy, shift my thoughts and take aligned action from this and who I'm being from this version of me. But now you are. So now we just get the 3D to catch up, and it 100% will. It will. Release the timeline. Oh, gosh, this just dropped into, so somebody needs to hear this. And I said this to our students yesterday, and that is this. There is a version of you that is so proud of where you are. Yesterday, I sat in tears as I was talking to my husband. Oh, I didn't tell you what it was that he said. I said, through tears, I said to him, I don't think I can do this. And as soon as I said that, I was like, I'm standing on the stairs. Okay. I'm standing on the stairs and I am crying. And I was like, I don't think I can do this. And immediately after I said that, I took in a deep breath. I was like, I kind of did this number where I was like, kind of shook my head and kind of like was taken aback about what I actually said. I was like, I actually don't believe that. I actually don't believe that at all. And I was like, that's interesting. What's going on is because my body's responding. It wants to contract because what I'm stepping into, what I've already decided that is here, it is here now. It's like, go. And I'm like, my body's like, ah! What is it that you're saying? What is it that you're saying that is misaligned? That's actually like, oh, I don't actually believe that anymore. Because yesterday I was sitting before this even happened and I was like, oh my God. For whatever reason, the age of 7, and I'll have to like, I'll maybe play with this later today, but the age 7 came in and I'm like, that version of me is like in awe, but she already knew. Like she already knew those things it was, and it didn't look like it does today, but she already knew the things that it was that was going to come. I didn't have a timeline then. I just knew when I grew up, this is what I want to do. I want to be a published author. I knew I was going to, I didn't want to, I knew I'm going to be a published author. I knew I was going to be speaking on stages across the world. And P.S., we are in Costa Rica, October, which you can come join us. Just DM me a ticket and I'll send you the information. I knew in some capacity the different things that are falling into place was already going to happen. And don't you know that for you too? Isn't there a version of you that already knew some of the things that you have now? You already knew. Why would you do this number and retreat and retract when you were meant to expand into this? Like, you already knew it was going to happen. So expand. Give yourself permission to go there, to get a little bit, I don't know, the kids call it delulu. Maybe that's an old term. I don't know. But like, to get a little delusional, to go there. I mean, we talk about this every day, all the time. It's something that we think about. It's something that you embody. It's like, we're literally playing with energy. We're literally playing with energy and healing people with it. We're literally doing past life work, generational healing, healing karmic cycles and patterns. We're tapping into Akashic records. We know that we're star seeds. What do you mean? You can't, like, it's like, what do you mean? We can't give this a freaking moment to like, let it shake out and let it go and let it be. And I know this isn't easy. I get that. And this is where that self-care comes in. So during this, in addition to the self-care, these are things that I feel that are so valuable. And then I'm going to get to the visualization for you as well. By the way, this is going on my podcast, Sacred Whisper. It'll be episode 101, so you can come back to this anytime and listen to this visualization. And so I want you to focus on these few things in addition to the self-care. I want you to focus on subconscious reprogramming is one of them. And I'll share with you the other things too. Why? You are a high vibrating soul having a human experience. You cannot bypass the subconscious mind. I will die on this hill. I've been talking about this for years and I will never stop talking about it because 95% of what we do on a day-to-day basis is all ran through the subconscious mind. It is not wired to give a shit about you thriving. It's wired to keep you safe, aka alive. And so that means that we have this amazing opportunity to work with our subconscious mind and language, visuals, hypnosis, that it understands so that we can move forward in alignment with our power, purpose, mission, vision, right? And so even something as simple as starting, if you're new to the subconscious work, like the actual, I'm not talking about repeating affirmations that your subconscious mind is like, I don't believe that's true, negate. I'm not talking about some random quotes that are affirmations that you find on Pinterest. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what your subconscious mind is actually going to believe. And this is going to be a little bit different for everyone. But a really fun way that you can start doing this is to look for the ways in which you're already winning. In level 1, we're doing a 72-hour challenge for this. I'm like, let's blow up the wins channel. You want to create that evidence of that. Your mind is not automatically looking for that. That's humanity and that's okay. But now you have an opportunity to look for ways in which you're winning. This can be anything from like, I found a penny on the ground, to, oh my God, I had a 20K pay in full client, and anything in between, right? I literally celebrate the F out of everything. No one blows up the wins channel more than me inside of the mentorship that I'm in. And it's because I'm constantly looking for this for myself. Constantly. So for me, that's like going on there and like sharing the ways in which like things are working out. And I'm like, woohoo, we're seeing it. And that, like, worst case scenario, you feel amazing, right? Best case scenario, you change the way your mind starts looking for things, and it will. The second thing is to pay attention to your energetics, your energetic state, what pulls you out of your your higher energy, your high vibrational state, joy, fun, play, bliss. I'm human too. Like, sometimes I'm just in a funk. Other times but sometimes I let myself be in there. I'm not bypassing it, right? We don't spiritually bypass, but I'm like, okay, well, what is this actually about, and what do I need? And then I go do what I know raises my vibration. Music, working out, taking a walk, playing with my dogs, playing with my cat, putting some music on and blaring it in my Jeep, getting some freaking sunshine, putting my feet in the earth. Like, whatever puts you in a high vibrational state, do that. And then the next thing is working with higher frequencies. If we, like, the consciousness of the collective has shifted, the frequency of the planet is raising. This is requiring higher and higher frequencies. And this is where we work with 5D plus frequencies and the energy within the quantum field. And that's where QIR comes in, which we do have our upcoming group Quantum Illumination Reiki. If you want to experience that, just DM me, or link is in the bio if you want to sign up for that. But it's really anchoring into these 5D plus frequencies. It's not entertaining the 3D anymore, because you've already decided, because your frequency is already raised. So this being a mismatch is okay. Continue to allow this to evolve, to evolve, to evolve. Some of you need to create better boundaries. In addition to working with higher frequencies, 5D plus frequencies, energy within the quantum field. Actually, before I move forward with the boundaries, let me say something else that's coming through. What happens when you do this is you naturally release the low frequencies. And what happens when you are in a higher vibrational state, like, some people will raise to meet that, and your environment will raise to meet that, or those that are not meant for you will fall away. And I know you already know this, but sometimes we just need to hear it again. Sometimes I need to hear it again, and that's okay, right? So reminding ourselves, this is normal. It doesn't mean we're having a tower moment or like a dark night of the soul moment. It just means that there's an energetic mismatch. It's like, what are we making things mean when there's that energetic mismatch where you're here and your environment is like here, right? It's just an energetic mismatch. And it's like, pull back the meaning and give yourself permission to go arms wide open, heart space open, chin up, shoulders back, like, breathe, face the light, okay? Some of you guys need to create boundaries. Healers, y'all, sometimes we're not very good at this. We just really see the best in everyone. We really want the best in everyone. We really just want to help people so much. And I love that about us. We have the best community. I love you guys so much. And also, sometimes the best thing that we can do for ourselves is create a boundary. This can be a verbal boundary, or it can be an energetic boundary. This could be through candle magic, through cutting cords. This could be through just simply deciding what you're available for and what you're not available for. Actually, one of my clients, I had her do this. This came up on a call this week, because this was coming up for her too, where it's like, I'm here and my environment is like not. And I was like, that's okay. I want you to stay where, like, stay in your vibrational state and allow what's going to happen, what's going to happen. But then I want you to, like, even if it's journaling out what your boundaries are, is enough. Because everything is energy. Energy is everything. Like, when you claim it, then you own it, period. Okay? So create those boundaries, a line in the sand moment. So take in a deep breath. Exhale, release. And just, like, let it go, let it go, let it go. And I'm going to walk you through like just a short little visualization to support you in expanding. But I want to share with you why this came about. And that was this. I had this visualization yesterday morning where it was like, I feel like I'm in a hot air balloon. I've never been in a hot air balloon, but that sounds really fun. I feel like that would be a vibe. So I'm in a hot air balloon, and the visual that came in, and I was like, it feels like there's too much heat. It was like, I feel like the hot air balloon is like ripping at the seams. And I like the visual, as I was thinking about this, I was like, I felt the panic in my body. And I was like, because this hot air balloon was representing where it is that I have decided I'm going. Oh, I have chills. But the hot air balloon and the basket tied to it was no longer an energetic match, and I needed to change that actual 3D state so I can continue on my own evolution and rise in a way that's in alignment with my vision, purpose, passion, all the things. And so the butterfly effect of healing. And so I'm like, well, wait a second. Why do I have to panic? Because I'm feeling like it can't take the heat and it feels like it's busting at the seams, aka my physical body was like, right? What if I just allowed the hot air balloon to come down, and I got into the amazing one that's right next to it, that's like bigger, it's more vibrant, like whatever that looks like, and now soar. And it wasn't that I was like coming down to meet like anything else, but it was like, well, let me just move over and decide that this is where I get to expand. So I'm going to walk you through this visualization. If you are driving or you're in the middle of something, please don't do this. Safety first, right? If you are not in a space where you can pay attention and drop in for a few minutes with me, just go ahead and get cozy, comfy. And yeah, I am, like I said, I'm putting this on my podcast, Sacred Whisper, episode 101. So you can obviously watch it on Instagram anytime. You can come back to this for the vibes, for the energy, for the reminder, for the anchor. Save this. It's going to go on my feed. So save this. And also, again, Sacred Whisper if you want to listen to it with ease. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and take in a deep breath. And exhale and think the word release. And go ahead and take in another deep breath. And exhale and think the word release. And I want you to imagine that there is a hot air balloon in front of you. And I want you to know that you are safe. Know that the people that are taking you up, like that guide, right? When you're in a hot air balloon, you always have an expert in there that's guiding you. So that guide, maybe it's one of your spirit team, maybe it's a deity, maybe it's God, whoever that is for you, whatever resonates for you, who is in that with you. And I want you to walk over and get into the hot air balloon. And knowing that you've already stepped into this version of you that you have desired to be, like you're feeling more expanded, better, more alive than you have ever felt in your life. You're experiencing joy and love and passion and excitement, and you see all the things coming together, and you continue to rise in this hot air balloon. And the hot air balloon continues to go up And as it does, your frequency continues to rise. Take in a deep breath. Where are you? I want you to take a look around, and what is the landscape that you see? My hands are vibrating, so I'm going to go ahead and let Quantum Illumination Reiki activate. So take in a deep breath for you. Exhale fully for you. What is it that you smell? And as you continue to rise, you notice that though we love this hot air balloon, we see that it's starting to be outdated. It kind of, like, what once felt like really vibrant and just full of life kind of feels like, can this take the heat anymore? And you know you're still safe, everything's good, but you're like, okay, we've been floating around. Something feels misaligned. So I want you to ask your spirit guide to take the hot air balloon down. And as you are within the hot air balloon, as it is slowly coming back to earth, I want you to take in a deep breath. And as you exhale, I want you to exhale what has no longer been serving you. And as you take in another deep breath, think about someone or a situation that has been mismatched to where it is that you are now. And as you exhale, think release. And the hot air balloon continues to come down to planet Earth. And as it comes down, it releases, like you release, it releases, you release. So take in a deep breath. What is something else that has been mismatched to your current frequency? Exhale, think the word release. And one more time, as this mismatched hot air balloon slowly makes its way to earth, I want you to take in another deep breath, thinking of one more thing that has been misaligned recently. Whatever comes to mind is perfect. Hold at the top. Exhale, think the word release. As this hot air balloon has landed safely on earth, you and your guide walk over to an even bigger hot air balloon. This is so much bigger than you had imagined. You know it will take you exactly where it is that you are desiring to go. The basket is beautiful. Like the 3D of this epic hot air balloon and basket are out of this world. And you are so excited. So you and your guide walk over to this hot air balloon and basket. What color is the hot air balloon? Maybe it's multiple colors. Maybe it has glitter or shimmers. Maybe there's fresh fruits or a drink inside the basket. What drink is in there? And as the basket closes and your guide has you guys safe, you take a sip of your drink. What is it that you taste? And then you sit it down and you take in a deep breath. And as you take in a deep breath, the hot air balloon safely rises. And as you continue to rise up, your frequency feeling up, you're raising your vibration. As you raise your vibration, the 3D of what's no longer aligned continues to fall away. With ease, the clarity comes in, and you take in another deep breath. What is it that you smell? And you exhale, releasing any 3D that has misaligned. And you take a look around at the beautiful landscape. What do you see now? And really just anchor in this moment, anchor in the beauty, the magic. The beauty, the magic, what you're feeling right now, this is you. This is your essence. And reminding yourself that it's okay that the 3D has not caught up to your frequency, because you know it will. It always does. And you look over at your guide and you guys lock eyes and you realize and you deeply understand how supported you are by your guide, by your guides, by your angels, by God's source universe, by the quantum field, by those in your community, by those you love that are here as well. And take in a deep breath and exhale, knowing how supported you are, how safe you are, how at peace you are. And just anchoring in this moment. And as you anchor in this feeling, we're going to bring you back down to planet Earth, knowing you can come back to this moment, this space anytime. So on 1, I want you to eyes open. So 10, taking in a deep breath, taking in your surroundings as the hot air balloon continues to travel back to planet Earth. 9, 8, 7, taking in another deep breath, looking around, knowing that the feeling is anchored in. 6, 5, 4. Hot air balloon is closer and closer to planet Earth. 3. Hearing the hot air balloon, the sound as it continues to come down to planet Earth. 2, moving your fingers, wiggling your toes, hearing the surroundings of your room. Hot air balloon lands. You land. And 1, eyes open. Take in a deep breath. We did do Quantum Illumination Reiki, so make sure that you grab some water. If you're feeling called to come into the comments, if you're live with me, or even if you're not live with me, let me know what you experienced. And before I read through the comments, I just want to remind you that it's okay that this is happening. It's okay that this is happening. That your 3D reality is catching up to your frequency, what it is that you have claimed, what it is that you're available for, what it is that you said you want, you desire. And it's all going to align. It is. So trust, trust, trust. Choose. Remember, you have 2 decisions: to either stop that or you can keep going, keep rising. Keep looking out that landscape and knowing it's matching. Everything falling away is alignment. That is alignment. I know it's like a weird way to align, but like, yes, it is alignment. And make sure you let me know how you feel. With Quantum Illumination Reiki, PS, like, you're going to have like subconscious thoughts that are what it does is it takes the subconscious to the conscious, so it's now in your awareness. So one of those things that you're going to experience is synchronicities, aha moments, thoughts that are popping into your mind. I want you to pay attention to your thoughts, the sensations, and journal anything that comes up. Make sure you drink a lot of water and let me know how you're feeling. And if you want to dive deeper into that, you can definitely join our upcoming group Quantum Illumination Reiki session, which, by the way, is also going to be tied with releasing Mercury retrograde So yes. Okay. Let me read this about the meditation first. Michelle says, I experienced so much and I was journaling the first air balloon and my mind was seeing everything. Yes. Selena says, wow, saw and felt so much and everything was connected to a past version, helping me realize how far I've come. And then it switched to things I'm going to have in my future. Yes. Oh my God. So good. Okay. I'm going to scroll through the comments and make sure time's changing resonates. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So much confirmation. So, oops. Let's see. I have been at this point before some months ago, and I can literally hear you telling me to just move anyway. You are so right. Just that little step further and you step into your magic. That is 100% true. So Selena mentioned that. Yes, that is so true. It's like, move, just go. Like, that is that beautiful divine masculine energy where we have this beautiful divine feminine energy. It's like, ooh, that's my creation energy. I can feel that's me. That's my next step. That's my next move. Now you get to move. You get to face the fear. I call it the dragon. It's like looking the dragon dead in the eyes and deciding that I'm going to move anyway. And the dragon actually becomes like this beautiful creature, like from Shrek. And that's also a play with the subconscious mind. Saw the old tree falling and a new tree being revealed. Ooh. And it's too, like, when it comes to like shaking the tree, like God's first universe, like shaking that tree, it's like, let's get rid of these things. Well, you know, that's like a perfect depiction of what it's like, not the perfect, but it's like a depiction of what happens every season, right? Where if you live in a place where you have fall, which our fall is in like December, which is so weird to me, but anyway, I digress, where it's like the leaves fall and we don't look at the tree and be like, oh my God, what is happening? Like, we know what's happening. We don't question it. It's like, of course it's happening. This happens. Like, we get the beauty of the colors. Fall is my favorite color. Oh my God. And so we get the beauty of the colors, and then the leaves fall away, but every spring it regrows. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. So why do we question that so much for ourselves? The old falls away so the new can rebirth. And the tree continues to grow. Matt and I were looking at the trees in our backyard the other day and we were like blown away. It's like, whoa, we have not actually sat and looked at these trees. They've gotten so big in the last year. Okay. Yes. So good. Okay. This conversation feels like we're all having coffee and you're like, hey girls, let's get honest. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Yeah, I love this so much. I just like, this has been so in alignment with everything that's been happening right now. Just so many of us collectively are having this conversation. I'm seeing it on like multiple platforms with people that I've like, I don't do a lot of scrolling, but like I've seen like, you know, when you open your TikTok and you're like, oh, what's this? And then next thing you know, you're like, oh, I've gone down a rabbit hole on this conversation. And I'm like, we're all experiencing the same thing. Like, besties, buckle up, let's go. Paige, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Selena, let's see. Ooh, yes, I exactly remember that moment and I was so close to retreat, take a step back. Glad I found you and took a step forward and not stopping or backwards. Yes, I love it. Okay, so come back to this anytime. Feel free to come into the DMs and let me know what you feel, experience over the next day or so. Save this, come back to it anytime. Save it from the podcast as well. That way you can come back to it. If you're feeling called to join our group session, that is a week from Tuesday. So you can go ahead and sign up now and then you'll be good to go. Whether you join via distance or in person is totally fine. But I feel like that would be really good in recalibrating that next step and that nervous system regulation as well. And just remember, you come first. Like, you come first. You've come so far. Like, keep going, because this is where the world needs you. This is where your clients want you. Okay? I'm sending you guys so much love. Hope you have the most amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.